A lack of service delivery, road maintenance and land invasions. Residents of Alexandra are waiting for change, but could redeveloping this community mean demolishing what already exists to make way for a new and improved life? Joining me tonight is Gauteng Human Settlements MEC Dekangahuru Milwa and Alex Shutdown Movement leader Sandile Mavuntla. Thank you very much for joining us. Those were your words, to demolish Alexandra, to get it up and running again. How would that work, and is that feasible?
Reconstruction implies that you want to replace the old with the new. So for a dire situation such as Alexandra, which is really an eyesore of our time, need a decisive leadership from the government side, working together with the community, the landowners there, civil society, civic associations and everybody else, political parties, everybody that has got interest in the development of Alexandra, to work together with government and take a decision that those who are demanding that their land should be returned to them should get their land back. This is policy of South African government post-apartheid. We need to return the land to the people who own land. The second issue is that we must identify land around Alexandra. It has been identified. Once you have done that, approve the townships, approve the beneficiaries. Let everybody know that I am going to be allocated in that particular area.
Okay,
and then demolish,
and then
demolish. And once you have done that, once you have built...
once
you have decanted the original Alex, as you move people to newer, better areas, demolish the squalor, block by block, and reconstruct it in partnership with the owners of the land. That's how you are going to build Alexandra into a new Sandton.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, because in 2014 and then in 2004 and then in 2007, there was a summit that was taken under ARP to approach the development of Alex on the block-by-block approach. You identify a land and then you demolish and then you relocate, you redevelop, you identify the other block, and then that's how it can make an impact on our situation that we are living under currently.
And the downfall, obviously, of the Alexandra renewal project, which is what you were talking about. I mean, what sort of impact, is that why we are where we are today? Is the money taken from there? Is that what led to the situation that we see now?
These matters are subject to speculation, and I don't want to get involved because I have not seen the book of accounts with regard to how money meant for Alexandra was spent. That money was spent in Alexandra, definitely, yes. I mean, the streets have been tarred today. The sewage system was improved. Alexandra was electrified. Streets were opened, widened. New houses were built, new flats were built there. Has it been accounted for? I don't have the books of accounts, but definitely money has been used for the development of Alexandra. But as we are saying, no matter how much money you throw in Alexandra, for as long as you don't have a decanting strategy and demolishing Alexandra block by block in partnership with the landowners,
why wasn't this plan approved years ago? Why now? Why is there a sudden desire to push this through now?
I think it's development theories, and I think you'll agree with me. Development theories that have gone wrong. I mean, if you move people from Sandton and you think that if you move them 55, 60 k's away from Sandton, they will not come back to squat in Alexandra, I think it's a fallacy of composition.
Okay,
people want to stay next to economic activities, and that's why the original formula of reconstruction of Alexandra went wrong.
How do you think it'll work? I mean, it's very intense, the way people live on top of each other. How do you see that working? I mean, there are many areas you can't even take trucks down there. So how will it play out?
First, it will make an impact based because of one, I can say, the current situation in Alexandra, it's need a mixed development. That you need to address the issues of people who are working but who doesn't qualify for bond, people who doesn't qualify for RDP or bond, who will be saying we have homelands where we are coming from. So it's better we must be given a rental stock. The rental stock that is going to be administered by a system like your Johannesburg's Housing Social Company, and then you have people who doesn't qualify at all for that. They are in need that the government must assist in case like your RDP houses. So if you approach, it must be not ended there, because the development of Alexandra, it's not the issue of dwelling only. There is issue of education that come on top. There is an issue of health, little bit that is being done by the previously administration in the city of Johannesburg, that it's now being completed by the current government.
And where does it leave foreigners? I mean, that's obviously a massive problem. How's this going to help?
The element of xenophobia, we need to take it out. Alex, people have been living with the foreigners long time ago. There was Chinese communities in Alexandra before. There are Ethiopians currently that are running spaza shops and whatsoever that is happening in our township. We accommodate our brothers. It must be now the nation, because the foreign nationals' competence, it lies with the national government, if I'm not mistaken, so that they can drive a formula to check who's legally, who's illegally. Because you'll get that a person came as a visitor, but it's not because he or she's a visitor in South Africa or in Alex. He's there for an economical activity, like he's looking for employment and then or for work.
Okay, let me ask you, I mean, obviously there's a lot of factors, there are a lot of things to do here. So you're going to have to hit the ground running. What sort of timeline here? And you tell me where you think foreigners fit into this new raised and rebuilt Alexandra.
You know, I'm saying to people, these people that have moved from their countries to South Africa are not going to go back. And I always make a joke about, look at people that came to South Africa in 1652 on the 6th of April. They're here and they're interviewing me in the studio.
Wow.
They're descendants. They're here.
It's got to be such social, habitable kind of people.
And they're not going to go anywhere.
No.
So modern cities should plan for human migration. And I think that's justice. Whether they qualify or not qualify, let us build for South Africans. Those are the people that we are accountable for first.
Okay, where does the money come from?
Because the interest of our nation come first. But there is a huge market for rental in our country. And that's where the foreigners will become economically of value to the country. And that's what happens everywhere, in New York, Vancouver, Toronto, everywhere. Foreigners add value when the host country creates conditions for human settlement.
And also, if the host country, if the locals are feeling happy, then
the market
everybody's
will get
happy.
involved.
Yes.
The market will definitely come to play once we create conditions conducive for the market to come to play.
Because, I mean, it's a human rights abuse element, isn't it? I mean, give us a quick update on the services. Has anything improved?
The rate of the city of Johannesburg, it's very slow. Out of 10, you can give them 0.5, not even 1. Because
I just wonder why they don't get it.
I don't know. The mayor need to come and then account to the people of Alex. The mayor need to push the officials. You know, we can talk of the state capture on the higher level. If officials on the ground are looting money, they are only going to collect money on the 27th on the 15th. So that's where things, because we rely on the official to surrender the services to the communities. So the mayor need to come and whip the regional director at Region E and call all the entities of the city. Today, come to the community of Alexandra. We can go around to the street of Alexandra. Potholes are still there. The illegal structures are still mushrooming daily, are not being demolished. He was giving the city the stats of how they are performing based on the JMPD, but it's not happening in our township. We never saw even a single illegal structure being demolished since the 3rd of August 2016.
Okay.
Nothing is
happening. We're going to have to leave it there, but fascinating project. Certainly you're going to be keeping my eye on it. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That's our show for tonight. I have more news for you at the top of the hour. Checkpoint is up next. Enjoy.